All right, welcome back. Today we're going to revisit something that's, well, at least it's revisiting for me. It's something that I haven't done on my channel yet, but I did it before I started filming. Reason for that is because, let's just say, just like with the 2019 Pocky chip, that I did that one because the 2020 was coming out. The same can be said for this little nugget. I'm going to redo, for the first time on this channel, the Death Nut Challenge. This is the V2. Finding the V1 is really hard, and it's kind of pricey, and do I really want to be chomping on old peanuts? No. Now, they still make these. This is the V2, or second version. V3 is coming pretty soon. In fact, real soon. As in, like, you'll see this very soon, wink. But in the meantime, I happen to have these. This is actually one of the things that I was contemplating on sharing with an old friend. I had another box of these, and we were going to do it together. Now, I've already done these. In fact, this is the Tube of Terror was the last thing I did before I started filming, and this was what I did before that. Hey, Biscuit. Yeah, I've got another box if you want to do it. Do you want to? She doesn't sound like she's really wants to do that other box. No? Well, I'm going to do this one, okay? Okay. She's seen me do this before, so she knows I'm okay with this. Now, what's funny is that the Death Nut Challenge actually lulled me into false sense of security. That I could actually, the Tube of Terror was going to be, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Because there's 5 levels on this. There's getting started, warming up, it's getting real, pain set-ins, and then the Death Nut. Now the Death Nut are the actual nuts that are in the Tube of Terror. And there's only a couple of them. Now there's certain rules to this, and I'll get into that here in a second. But when I did the 5th ones, those were hot, and I was like, you know what? I can do this. I'm good. Because the rules on this is that you have 15 seconds to chew the peanuts, which it depends on what side. There's anywhere from, like, I'm looking in these. In fact, here, let me open it up. There we go. Thank you for ordering. Here's the actual rules. There's no liquid or food allowed during the completion. Chew the entire contents of each level for 15 seconds. Then there's a 60-second or 1 minute kind of like wait period afterburn, and then when you get past the 5th one, the very last level, then it's a 5-minute afterburn. Now, each of these, like you can see, there are actually 4 Death Nuts. Most of these are there's usually just 3 or 4 of them, but they're always coated. And these 3 right here, they all just, I remember them tasting pretty warm, but not like, oh my god, my mouth is on fire. These are when, like it says, the pain sets in, and then there's the Death Nut. That's when this separates men from the boys right here. But another thing I wanted to do is, I have some of these, like, I think it's been like a year since I did this. So, has my heat tolerance gone up? Is it the same? Because this is, like I said, one of the originals. Because I went to the store a while ago, a long time ago, and I bought up, this was back when the spicy things started kicking in, and Pocky chips were the big thing. And I went to this one store that had novelties, and they had this whole section on spicy stuff, and I got, like, they actually had the first version of this still. Then I got this, I got the Tube of Terror, I got Burner Bliss, and there's something else I got. I can't remember, it doesn't matter. But for the most part, I did everything just for my own personal enjoyment. And people were like, you need to film it, you need to film it. And I was like, nah, it's no big deal, no one wants to see me eat that stuff, why? And then, like I said, I did these, and I got to these last ones, and they're hot. Let's not play around with that. These last ones are serious business. But it also made me think, oh, well, I can do the Tube of Terror. And then I did the Tube of Terror, and that was a highly regrettable decision. I beat the Tube of Terror. Then it beat me up. But I still beat the Tube of Terror, and I was like, man, these make you think you can take care of it. And after that, I'm like, why am I not filming this? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now I only have the one timer, so I'm not gonna see if this, keep in the frame here. Now I'm going to do the 1 minute timer on this, because going back and forth to the 15 seconds is just like, it's too much coordination. And if I had it, if the cats had, you know, opposable thumbs, they could actually work, you know, timers for me. But since they don't, and they have claws, they'll probably end up ruining this wonderful piece of work that Brian did for me, and advice trying to keep time. So I'm just going to do the 1 minute. So we'll keep that in frame right here. And each of these, remember, 15 seconds to chew them, then a minute to let that just bask in the enjoyment that is the heat. And then the last one is 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get things rolling here. I'm just gonna, actually, one of the things I do remember from back then is that these things do have dust on them. And I am gonna glove up, not just, for the first ones I'm not so much worried, it's just that those last ones, this is where I found out that even though you washed your hands really well, there's always that one little spot that you missed. Then you'll find out real quick in the worst possible way. So, just for my own personal edification, I'm going to make sure that. So, first thing is first, this is the first level. It's getting it started. It's the Carolina Reaper Chocolate Butla peppers. So, here we go. I always love the taste of these. They're so good. Sometimes I hate the fact that these are challenges, because I love that. This is reminding me, I love the flavor of these first ones. They're so good. Like the first one, like getting started, it's like there's a sweetness in it. It's almost like, could you make this into a peanut butter, please? Level 2, heat level mild. It's warming up. Carolina Reaper and ghost pepper. Oh, those are so good. Like, I'm not joking. I would really like a peanut butter with that. Oh, yeah, forgot here. It said caution, extremely hot, wear gloves. I didn't read that the first time. I was like, I can take care of that. No. Okay. So there we go. That's the first one down. Next one up, level 2. That one has a little bit of more pronounced flavor. It's not nearly as sweet, or as, like if there was a peanut butter like that, I don't think it'd be as enjoyable. Those first ones, my God, was so good. Okay, this is level 3. Heat level medium. It's getting real. Carolina Reaper, 7-pot brain strain peppers. Those are still good though, by the way. I'm looking forward to the 5th ones, because those might have flashbacks like, what are you doing? No, not that again. Hardest part is like, you want to taste these. If I remember right, these weren't as hot as the level 2. And we're good. Level 3, begin. No, there we go. Level 4. The pain sets in. ×2 Carolina Reaper, 7-pot Butla. Or Dougla, sorry. Now these are warmer, don't get me wrong. Got the tongue going. But I really like the overall mouth burn. It's got a little bit in the throat. Now remember, these haven't packing a punch. A little bit of lip sweat going on. This is definitely a trip down memory lane. All right. Level 4. Now these, I remember being like, oh, there they are. Anytime then. There we go. Now the last one, the Death Nut. ×2 Carolina Reaper, Moruga Scorpion, 13 million Scoville capsaicin crystals. The exact same things that are in the Tuba Terra. These are smaller than the ones that are in Tuba Terra. It's funny that I don't remember the level 4 being hotter than this. I do have a little bit of the sweats going on, but I mean, that's what these are meant to do. But as far as the mouth, not nearly as bad as I remember. Now, there's good mouth burn, good tongue burn. I love that feeling. It's the stuff that's in the back of the throat that's never like the chocolates and the candies and stuff that just sit in the back of your throat and it becomes kind of hard to swallow and talk. Okay, give me a second to, no. Get the 5-minute one set up. I can bask in the, this one is going to give me flashbacks because of the Tuba Terra. So, there are crystals. A little bit of sweat's going on. This is the part where last time the okay, there's the throat. There we go. So it's crystals. 13 million capsaicin crystals. They'll get you. Version 3 is coming out. And if you haven't kind of gotten the idea already that somebody might have ordered one of them. Could have been me. There's the burn that I remember. Attacks the back of your throat. Oh, man. Oh, the Tuba Terra. Oh. My body's like, no, not again. Now, when I did this the first time, after I did the 5 minutes, like I said, it lulled me in a false sense of security, like, oh, I can do the Tuba Terra, which I did do. But I thought it was going to be like this, like, super spicy tongue, like throat on fire, which it is. It's a gradual burn that it'll go away here in a little bit, but I do have the sweats going on. Whew. Oh man, starting to feel it go down the pipe. I have to say that now it's, you know, it's gonna go down here a little bit. I think it's hit the high part, I think about 6, maybe a 7 at peak. It's starting to come down, but it's still like very much on my tongue. Not so much in the throat, but it's in my chest right now. I think that's a Reaper. Whew. Or it could be the 13 million capsaicin crystals. Don't get me wrong, it's still hot. Said that the version 3.0 is going to make this one look like nothing. So, can't wait for it. Now it's got my throat. Ooh, there it is. Talking's probably not making it work any better. About a minute and a half left. Now, I'd mentioned before that I don't really do challenge products on the day before I go to work or something like that, which is why I'm not doing the big challenge. I had stuff to do this weekend. Next weekend, I think might be a little open. Just depends on this one place. But if it is, then I'll do... Depends on when those come in too. Those last peanuts, man. There's a reason why, like my body right now is remembering the tuba terror. And no, there's a reason why that still is the challenge that I'm not going to ever do again. I don't care how many points are worth it. Because I was fine up to these, the first 4 levels. It's the last one that's just like, it grabbed you. And you're like, oh. Whew. Like it's starting to subside, but my body's still like, that better be all. Don't keep doing them. And since we only have about 30 seconds left. But, yep, this is the nest nut. Again, for the first time. I do have the sweats going on though. Yeah, we're just about done. And we're done. So, what? Huh? Okay. Well, that's a death throw challenge again. So, I will see you guys next time.